Welcome. I'm Jessie, life and mindset coach, here to help you level up in your game of life. This podcast will deliver game-changing life advice, power play pep talks, and move-making energy. I'm all about life optimization through mindset growth and taking radical action. Welcome to my world. Let's play. Hello, beautiful souls, my fellow goal-getters, my high achievers, my determined dreamers. Welcome back to the Master Your Mindset podcast. As always, I'm so excited to have you here, and I'm very, very excited to get into today's podcast episode topic. So today's conversation is going to be for my girls who love a self-help book, who love a personal development podcast episode, ironically, kind of like this one, who love to invest in courses and programs and workshops and masterclasses. This is for you. Now, this episode might sound like I'm against all those things, but let me just remind you, this is literally my podcast episode. And I know it's going to sound like I'm talking like I don't love podcast episodes and self-help books and all of the things, but that's just not the case. Today's podcast episode is me telling you the real reason why you turn to all of the self-help books, all of the personal development podcasts, and where you might actually be doing that to your detriment. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. If you are someone who has read 101 self-help books and listened to 50 million personal development podcast episodes, you've invested in a lot of different programs, courses, masterclasses, whatever it might be, all of the things. If that is you, my best bet is that you are not integrating the knowledge that you learn. Now, this knowledge that we do learn, the lessons that we learn from these books, from these people who have made it in life, from these podcast hosts who are just, living the dream life that you want to be living, they give really good knowledge. And there are some really incredible life lessons from that, do not get me wrong. But the thing is, we can learn all this knowledge, but knowledge is powerless without integration. And this happened to me, and this is exactly why I'm telling this story and giving you this insight. When we learn something that really lands, that really is going to help us become a better version of ourselves, that really hits that spot, we get so addicted to that feeling that we turn to the next self-help book and the next personal development podcast episode. And we just want more because it's so thrilling. And what our brain thinks we're doing is that we're actually integrating that, and we can move on to the next thing and grow and grow and grow. However, we are not growing. We are not calling in our dream life. We are not able to achieve our goals if we don't integrate. So I want you to ask yourself, what is the real reason I'm picking up that next self-help book and that next self-help book and that next self-help book? Have I actually integrated the learnings into my life? Have I actually thought about it and practiced and done the processes and genuinely lived my life by it, right? Because integration is where growth comes. It's no other place. Growth doesn't come from just knowing the thing. Growth comes from integrating and practicing the thing. Every time we get addicted to that feeling and we want more and more and more, we'll pick up that next book, and we are actually distracting ourselves from the real problem, which is if you aren't able to integrate, then you need to shift some of your beliefs. Your belief system doesn't support the person that you want to become. So the reason you're not integrating is because you don't believe that you can make that life happen for you. You don't believe that you can do it. You don't see your potential. And that might sound a bit like tough love, but that's exactly what it is, love. I say this because I love you, and I say this because I've been there and I've done it, and I will tell you my story in just a moment. But I want you to ask yourself, what is the reason that I keep picking up the next book? Am I distracting myself from the real problem, which is actually the thing that's going to save so much time and the thing that is actually going to call in my dream life, that is actually going to help me achieve my goals, which is shifting your belief system? And so a way that you can do this, a way that you can actually shift your beliefs and collapse time, because that is what we call it in the mindset world, collapsing time, also known as saving time, is really hiring one coach and getting them to help you shift your beliefs. Because when you shift your beliefs and you create a better belief system that's going to support the person that you want to become, that is when your entire life will transform. It's a domino effect. When you shift one belief, you want to shift more beliefs, and it becomes one of those things where all areas of your life will transform, not just one area, just from shifting your beliefs. So you are going to save years and years and years by just shifting your beliefs. Now, let me tell you what I did. So when I had a goal of becoming a mindset coach, quitting my job in the super yachts and just going full time in this business, I spent all my time and almost all of my money, I'm going to be fully transparent with you, buying the next course and the next course and the next course and the next course. That's what I did because I was doing it from the wrong intentions. I thought I was addicted to the personal development world and that I was doing an incredible job and I was learning all of these things, but I was spending all of my time doing all of these courses and learning all of the things and getting a little bit of thrill out of it because I was learning something that's going to be like transformative for my life. However, I just spent my money and all my time doing that when all I needed was to move and shift my belief system, and that would have saved me so much time and money. Right? So I don't want you to make my mistake. I want you to learn from my mistakes. And I want you to realize that, look, sure, I'm not telling you to not read self-help books. I'm not telling you to not listen to podcast episodes, obviously. But I want you to know that there is a faster solution here for you. And it's actually going to be the journey that's going to transform your entire life. If you want to call in your dreams, if you want to achieve your goals, all you need to do is hire a mindset coach who is going to help you shift your beliefs. It's going to help you create new and improved patterns and behaviors, and you are going to completely craft a life that you totally, completely love. So I really just want you to have a think about what is the reason that you're investing your time into the next podcast episode and the next and the next? What is the reason that you're investing your time and your money into self-help books? Right? I want you to make decisions intentionally for you. This is not for me. This is totally for you because I want you to call in your dream life. I want you to achieve your biggest goals. I know every single human listening to this can live the life that they want to with all of the craziness and the wild dreams and everything. But there are some things that you have to do in order to get that. And that's definitely going to be shifting your belief system. And that is going to be the fastest way that you are going to get there as well, and the most beautiful way as well. So that's kind of all I have for you today. I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you had some ahas, some realization moments, and I look forward to coming back in to talk to you all next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a 5-star rate and review because this helps this podcast get up in the algorithm so we can share the messages far and wide. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next week.